just decided that it's the least we can do for one of the best guys you'll ever meet. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. He's it. And I didn't think this had happened to me. Crying, I mean, not ALS, luckily. Thank God. But I didn't think it would happen to him, and none of us did. It was really, really out of the blue. So last year, we were at Fraser Mountain, and he told us that he got diagnosed with ALS. You talk about a kick between the legs, that's a monster. He had just celebrated his 50th birthday. We were there drinking beers. It was a highlight of the weekend. I mean, that's what racing's all about. And then that. And it's like, oh my God, are you kidding me? I apologize for being emotional, but I don't know if you guys know about ALS, but the life expectancy it's not good. I mean, it's mean, it's nasty. It's breaking him down slow, and it just kills you, man, because if it could happen to him, I guarantee you it could happen to any one of us here, because there's not a better man at this race than him. Wonderful family, doing everything right, good career, good member of society, everything, and then bam. So it just, without words, I don't know how it could happen to him. All right. Sorry to act like a chick up here.
Right on, dude. You need to be held.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
You're doing good.
All right, so anyway, and last year he's seen his physical abilities diminish. His arm strength makes it really tough to downhill. Because imagine if you had 10 to 15% of the arm strength you had a year ago. It'd make downhill tough. So he didn't crash. There's some lyrics from a song. And he goes, I may be going to hell on a rocket, but at least I'm enjoying the ride. That reminds me of his downhill every time. Because it's like, I was downhilling with him the other day when we were chasing the rain on Wednesday. And man, Mason, I was like, Mason, you got him on the downhill, dude. Just trust me. You can take him on the downhill. Sure enough, Doug dropped him on the hills because his legs still work good. And actually, Doug, if you want to talk about what ALS has done, man, come on up, because we'd rather hear it straight from the horse's mouth, and I can go clean my tears, blow my nose.
I am a lawyer, so I had the misfortune of having ALS go after my voice first, and then it moved to my hand and my arms, and now it's beginning to get my legs, which is kind of a crappy deal, but we have my family come up here. Mm-hmm. We are and will continue to make it through this, and it's because of the family we have and the friends, and I can't tell you how much this means to us, Damien, and everyone here who's been supportive, and everyone here has, because I know money is going to the ALS Association, and we appreciate that. And many of you came to the race we put on up in Angel Fire, the Oso High, and that was a big deal for us. And thank you all for that. And thank you for take a look at the website, which I know many of you have done. And if you haven't, it's osohigh.com.
And it's funny. Just saying. It's funny.
You can learn a bit about ALS. If you care to, you can donate to the ALS Association. We appreciate that. And boy, thanks to everyone who spanked me out there on the cat tree today. There were
Especially
many
Mason.
of you. And yeah, big shout out to Mason who passed me not once but twice. A good one. Kerry Copeland is the executive director of the ALS Association, and her voice sounds a lot better than mine. So she'll tell you a little bit about the association. Thank you.
So I would just thank you, and I'm extremely honored that they picked us as the charity for this year's bike race. I'm extremely honored to have been able to meet Doug, and I'm going to pull myself together. Damien, you started this; it's your fault. But coming out here, I have now attended 2 more mountain bike races than I ever thought I would in my life because of Doug. I went up to Oso High, was astounded and amazed by the support of this network of mountain bikers, not just for him, but now for my association as well. Damn you, Damien. But ALS is, as Damien mentioned, it is a terminal diagnosis, and 50% of all people live 2 to 5 years with ALS. During that time, there is no typical progression. There is no way to know what you will lose next. And it always eventually leads to total paralysis. And almost 80% of all people with ALS are 100% mentally there, all the way to the end. So you know through the entire process what you're experiencing, where you're going. And it's difficult.
Almost everyone.
But through this, I've met the most inspirational, most compassionate people I will probably ever meet in my life. There are 70 people that I know about living with ALS in the state of New Mexico. Somebody is diagnosed every 90 minutes in the United States. Somebody passes every 90 minutes in the United States. And people think ALS is really rare. So what I like to throw out there is ALS and MS are diagnosed at the exact same rate. There are 300,000 people living with MS. And at any given time, there's only 30,000 people living with ALS. It's not rare. It's very common. And that's why we're here. We're here to support the families through this. We advocate for research. We provide medical loan equipment, support where we can, support groups, and really just being there for these families as they go through this. And I appreciate the support that all of you have stepped up and provided both to the Schneebecks, our association, and then through that raises awareness and supports, like I said, 70 people living with ALS in the state of New Mexico. So thank you.
Thanks, Gary. Thanks for coming. All right, so if I made her cry, theoretically, I can make all of you cry and be faster. All right?